And just like that, we are back in the mix. What is going on, boys and girls? We are in the studio. We're in a sling. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
Dude, not too much going on.
I see you got that Airbus riding behind you right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about that old Airbus behind me, dude, because that is a very nice airplane, but I'm going to point out some flaws that I see with it and some issues that I feel like I want to talk about on the channel because, hey, man, we always keep it, 100% over here. We're always, honest about everything. And so there are things on this airplane that I saw that made me say, and, maybe I'm being a little bit picky, maybe a little critical, but you know what? That thing was $619, boys and girls. So I have every right to be critical.
I was about to say, you deserve it.
On that airplane. You know what I mean? And I paid that in full. So that is not a cheap airplane. And so, but some basic things that you may see. But we're going to get into that, though, a little later into the show. But, guys, if you see the banner down there at the bottom, we got a RaleighHobbyShop.com. You guys always hear me talk about them. That's our local hobby shop. Yep. And it's a family-owned business. And, man, I got to say, dude, it's the owner called me up because me and him are like, we got a good relationship. Very nice guy. For years, we've had a good relationship and friendship. And I will tell you, man, he told me. He was like, hey, I just want to let you know we're closing the hobby side. And I was like, wow. I want to say that was Monday that I found out. Man. And I was like, wow. I was almost a loss for words. I was like, man, well what happened, And he told me, he was like, it's just, tariffs, the economy, hobby shops haven't bounced back in about 2 years since, the economy kind of took a dump. Yeah, and it's just one of those things. And I was like, man, I was like, was it the tariffs? Like, was it low sales? And he was like, man, it was just a bunch of things, and it's just the hobby right now is not what it used to be. And you have to think about it. He was telling me, he's like, man, I've got to compete with Amazon. I've got to compete with Horizon Hobby, right? And Horizon Hobby was like the number one product that the Raleigh Hobby Shop carried. Right. And I was like, well, what in the world's going on, man? And he was like, he's like, not only am I selling, Horizon Hobby products, but I'm also having to like compete with Horizon Hobby because I'm a hobby shop. I have the product in here, but people are finding it easier just to go online and buy the airplane because there's discounts, there's you can do the 4Pay, the Easy Pay or whatever, right?
Yep.
So there's more incentives for people to cut out the middleman, the hobby shop, and just go straight to Horizon Hobby where they're just getting all the profits and everything. So it's pretty interesting to see that kind of thing happen, man, and extremely sad. And, we were fortunate enough to have that hobby shop here for I guess 16 years, I want to say, is where it was at. 16 years.
As I started flying, for sure.
Yep. Yep. And I mean, it was when I was just getting my feet wet. I want to say, I've been flying for 16 years. And so when I heard that, man, it was super duper saddening, man, to hear that. And I was like, man, and Will, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I'm like, it comes up to this next topic. Are we causing local hobby shops to close? What do you think, Will?
We are.
For our own worst enemy.
We're shopping online more so than we're shopping our local stores. It's really more our fault than anything. I mean, because if you go look on the website online at your local store and they, for some reason forgot to update something and it's saying it's not in stock, well, where's the next place you're going? You're going to go to Horizon Hobby, you're going to go to FMS. And even though they have in their websites where you can search for it locally, that is not an easy thing to spot out. They don't make it easy for you to spot out the search for it locally. Yeah. So, I mean, because I've done it a couple of times and it was like, oh, yeah, Raleigh Hobby has it. Hangar 18 has it,
Right.
Oh, excuse me, which is another local area for us, but it's not as local. It's kind of far out for us. But
right.
yeah, so I mean, there's that, and then like I said, there's the pay in fours, PayPal pay in fours, Klarna, Afterpay. I
Credit
mean,
lines through
yeah,
hot,
through Horizon Hobby,
yeah,
there's that stuff too. And I mean, come on, could you imagine if I don't even know if they got it? Could you imagine if Motion RC or Banana Hobby opened a credit line?
yeah, yeah,
Jesus, nobody would. I mean, who would shop locally? You know,
yeah, for
nobody
sure.
would shop local. I'll be first in line to get that credit line.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, and that's but you're right. And so like, I was thinking about that. Was that I guess Monday night he told me, and I was thinking about that while I was like laying in the bed thinking, man, I was like, are we causing this? And the answer is I would say pretty much yeah, because the only thing a hobby shop has is, it's there right then and there. And
Right.
unfortunately, that gap between getting it now and getting it a day later, Amazon, I would say Amazon and everybody else online, um, is also taken away from your local hobby shop as well too. But it looks like that's just the course of things. It's kind of like the
Yeah.
same way with your mom and pop hardware store, your little
Yeah.
grocery store that you used to have. So as we progress, things are we're having the growing pains
Yeah.
of that.
Amazon's sending stuff to you through drones, and
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
Walmart's got what is it, Instacart that goes through there. I mean, you can just you don't even have to leave your house.
right.
So your basic stores like your mom and pop stores or like Carly C's or something like that, or
Yeah,
Food Lion. I mean, you still got to go to them to get the stuff. Granted, yeah, I think Instacart does work with Food Lion
yeah,
and stuff like that, but like some of these other stores, they don't work with.
yep.
So they're gonna get eventually get starved out because I mean we have to. Let's be honest, we have to stay working more than we do relaxing. And then the
Yeah,
time we have to relax, who wants to go shop? I can just get on my computer right here,
it's so easy.
look it up, and send them the money, and here's the product on the way to me. I got
Yeah,
the tracking number, everything. Now, the one thing I will say that you did say about the local stores is that I can get it right now. I don't have to wait. I can go in there, I can go and see what I want, and I can say, okay, I want that. I'm gonna get it right now. But if I'm, like I was when I first started out with this, I
yeah.
was budgeting this hobby.
Oh,
And
sure. Yeah,
I still occasionally use a PayPal pay in full
yeah,
or
yeah.
some sort of afterpay. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm balling out of control. Even
Right.
if I got the money, it's still smart. It's a smarter move. I
It
mean, I don't
is.
have to give up all my cash right then and there.
Right. Yeah.
So
Until you crash the airplane and you're like, I'm paying for something I
yeah,
crashed.
now I'm paying for something that I crashed. At
But
that point, you go into the account and just pay it off and get
yeah,
done with it.
but I'll even say like, but even the local hobby shop is like it's like a social environment. You know what I mean? Like even the ones
Sorry.
we have here, like it's like it's a local hangout. And luckily for us, we have 3 in the area. Riley Hobby was the closest one to me, and they primarily carried airplane stuff. The one that's literally like a couple miles from my house, they're geared more towards cars. And I noticed that they were getting away from the airplane stuff and getting into the car stuff. So I had to, switch it up and go to that one. So it'll be interesting to see. The bridge is gapped though, because like I said, Amazon, like there's a specific part that I need. If I need a specific part, like one of these little guys right here, I can go on Amazon and get specifically what I need. So it's just it's a sad thing seeing the evolution of the hobby shop, and more of these things close down, right? So I will say it's pretty sad. One thing that the hobby shops provide too is also they provide like customer service. Like you can bring your airplane in there. Like I have most of the guys that over there, I'll have them solder my lipos. Because why? Because
yeah.
I don't do a good job. So I have them do it. It's just easier.
Soldered in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So I have them come in there. They solder it. I don't have to worry about it. They do a professional job on it, and boom, we're done.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about was it good enough. No, you just
right.
You throw it in the model, turn a blind eye to it, and go.
Yeah. Louis Motorsports says, "Oh, I'll also go to my hobby shop for glue and RC boats." Yeah, they have the small things that you need right now, right then, where you can't just order it. So
that's just like I needed a collar.
Yeah,
and believe it or not, even though they're selling like mostly Horizon stuff, I needed a collar for a free wing jet.
Yeah,
free wing jet, and man, they had it in stock.
You see what I'm saying?
It was like a parts brand,
right.
but it was the size I need and everything. And I was able to put that full flying stabilizer on there. So I was like, okay.
Absolutely. But you see, and even Josh.
No, we ain't gonna have that.
Yeah, you're right. And Josh Bunn says it's hard to order glue and balsa online. They always had glue and balsa. Yeah, that's right. And he's right. You can't get it online. It's easier to go to the hobby shop and you look at, feel, see what you need, and then just go get it. And like, look, balsa.
There's tools.
Yeah, there's tools. There's all kinds of stuff.
They got tool kits in there.
Little screws like this, like these little guys. You can get them by the pack. So it's going to be a big blow, to not have them there for convenience. And also too, like I literally enjoyed going in there and talking to the guys and everything like that. So it's sad to see local hobby shops close like that. And, but it's one of those things where I'm hoping somebody will come in there and buy the hobby shop. He said, hey, he'll sell the whole hobby shop to somebody who wants it, You never know.
Come in there and buy it. Hopefully Jeremy will come through and buy the hobby shop.
I mean, yeah, It'd
be nice.
But it is what it is. But like I said, also too, another thing too is I think if you go into a lot of hobby shops and look around, you'll notice that they typically only have like Horizon Hobby products up there. And you really need to like diversify. You have stuff that'll carry you on. Like, let's see, in the summertime, airplanes are going to sell. You need remote control cars. That's going to sell. And then, you need something for almost every season on boats, but like I said, it's really hard to do. That's a ton of money. You can easily have like $500,000, tied up in a hobby shop.
Yeah. Boats are kind of scarce around here because a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there's not a lot of places that are going to be okay with you running a boat on their water around.
Right.
So, because I know like Bass Lake,
that's right.
They don't even want you taking off on floats out there.
Oh, no.
So there's a lot of different places that won't let you put RC on that water.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's interesting.
So boats is kind of a tough one. Cars sell. The only thing about cars is expensive.
But they sell. I mean, they sell year round.
Yeah, cars sell year round. I mean, there's always a car event going on every weekend. Whether they're running circuit track or they doing drag track or whatever they're doing, there's always car things going on. Airplanes, like you said, in the summertime, when it's daylight savings time, oh man, the airplanes are gonna sell.
Absolutely.
We're constantly buying. That's the time that we're buying. During the standard time is when we're just kind of hanging out in the garage building and going over stuff. But that's about it. We might go and buy parts. And so, somebody might buy an airplane. Right. But for the most part, we don't have much time to fly. So
also too, like cars, they make a lot of money off of the parts as well. The parts and fixing the cars and everything like that. So, but it's one of those things where it's just kind of how things are going, But like I said, Raleigh Hobby Shop is still a good hobby shop, and I think they'll be around for probably about a month or so before they actually completely sell out. Right now, they have 20% off of everything in the store, man. off of
Man,
everything.
we need a shop to sell banana hobby stuff local.
Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, local banana hobby stuff.
Yeah, but 20% off of everything in there is pretty good. But I was like, man, I kind of feel guilty about going in there and buying stuff at 20% off. You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah. I don't.
yeah, but all right.
They need to get it sold. You know what I mean? At the same time, they still need to get it sold.
That's true.
You're not going in and buying on the 20% off.
That's true. But man, we jumped straight into the show. But I didn't get a chance to tell you guys happy freaking Thursday, man. We made it to another Thursday. We are all in the mix, just having a good time, man. We are in here. Jeremy Stoltz slid on in down there at the bottom. What's going on, Jeremy?
Well, I would have been on time, but I had to do a quick unboxing video of the Viper.
That's okay. Sometimes you gotta work, you know. But
we got it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, looks pretty good back there. Let's see here.
We got some good stuff going on. Lots of busy work. So we're trying to get ready to go for California Jets here in about a week.
Okay. All right.
I like to see how y'all pulled that off with that storm coming up there. In about a week.
There's a storm coming out there.
That storm is supposed to be here this weekend.
So
that is why I was gonna go down to St. George for their jet event, and I actually canceled everything because it's supposed to be rainy all through Sunday.
Man.
And then it gets nice again. So we will see.
Well, we shall see. Hold your breath and see which one comes first, the storm or you turning blue. Let's see. Now, there have been a couple of new airplanes that came out, by the way, guys. I don't know if y'all know this or not. Today, I just saw Hobby Keem came out with a mini L39 64 millimeter 4S Albatross. And I was trying to think, I was like, man, I thought they had something like that before.
I thought they did too.
And I believe they did at one point. So I'll share the screen. There you go. You got it right there, guys. And you can see it right here. This is the Albatross right there. Actually, the colors are pretty decent, you know. A little hand tosser, you know, a little foam something to throw around. $129 is not terrible, you know. But and you can see, I was watching the video of Stuart flying this thing, and it seems like it's got plenty of power. But you know, little small 64 millimeter hand tosser if that's what you want, you know. But it doesn't come with gear.
Everybody's talking about what new A10?
We've got this one right here, and but yeah, so this is actually pretty decent. And you can see little 64 millimeter tucked in back there. But I'll tell you, man, I am tired of little small jets, man. I don't want to see any more small jets come out. I want to see nothing but big ones.
We need some big stuff.
Yeah, that's all I want to see. But like I said, this one is $129. You really can't beat it for the price. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. And they got a little video real quick. Let's watch the video. Might as well. I just want to see it fly.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
It's zipping.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's got some good sound to it.
It doesn't have landing gear. It doesn't have lights. Right?
We'll be
nope.
I think it's gonna be a light, fast airplane.
That's what I'm saying with the 64 in there. It's really just all motor.
I think that scheme is actually, or similar scheme like that is at one of the runways here, the actual airport.
It looks good.
Yeah, it just flew right out of his hand.
It really did.
Yeah,
that's the thing is if it's
that was a near collision there.
He almost hit his prop plane right there.
Yeah, that was almost a collision. Yeah. Looks like a yak. Oh yeah, look, his airplane is in front of the yak and just passed it. That would have been epic.
How was that on camera?
Man, that would have been epic to put on camera.
I know.
PDF sound for sure, but you know, it's good. Really
but it's a a nice little flying airplane. Looks pretty good, pretty zippy too for what it is. So
look at that. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, unlimited vertical.
I'll do one.
And then
downwind now.
We'll downwind past there.
With the size of that thing.
Yeah.
I just don't like the sound of the 64. It seems like it can use a little more sound speed.
Keep the wings level. flare into it.
Yeah, it's not throaty, that's for sure.
That thing,
Yeah.
almost collided in with that airplane.
It did. Did you see that? I mean, it was literally like right there at it. Here, we'll watch it one
There
more
it
time.
goes. There it goes.
Check this out. Look. Where'd it go?
Right there. Right
There.
See that?
Look at this. Hold on. Let
That's
me
hilarious.
get the quality up so we can actually see it. There we go.
Away.
Now watch.
Good.
He's close, man.
Yeah, because he
That's funny.
yanked that prop plane so he could stop it.
Look, his jet is right there in front of it. It's right there in front of it. Look, that's dead on right there.
Oh my god!
That was closer than what they even imagined, dude.
That is great.
Oh
Look at
my
Look at
god!
Look how close that was.
See, it takes
Man.
off by itself.
Jeez, that's amazing.
Unlimited version. How was that?
Yeah, pretty crazy, man. But there you have it.
Close call.
But yeah, so there you have it, man. That was 129 buck mid-air collision right there. Let's see. I'm jumping into the comments here. Let's see here. Bill Wyman says he made it Monday. Okay, to talk about other stuff. Let's see here.
Bro launched a SAM.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, honestly.
It was going right towards that thing like a missile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Willie Motorsports said that Hunter had tossed though, man. Yeah, that thing was
He's got
pretty
a
cool.
lock on me.
Yeah. Very, very cool, man.
That's funny. I needed that laugh. Good job.
For sure. But so that was one that came out there. So that was a new one that came out. And guess what? There was another one that came out. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's another one that came out, and it is the new E-Flight SNJ AT6 Texan, a little 1.5 remote control airplane. So I don't know if you guys have seen this one.
I
have
didn't
no
see
idea
that
what
one
that
came out.
is.
Yeah, they snuck it in, man. They snuck it in. And I'm going to see. Here we go. Boom. Right here. This is the little guy that they got right there. Check this out. I'm going to cut that music so we don't get a strike, because YouTube loves doing copyright strikes if you play music. So there you go. Plug and play basic.
So my son
1.5 meter. How many
won
inches
one
is
of the
that?
older versions at one of the RC clubs
Yeah.
during their raffle.
But I'll tell you though, man,
it taught him a lot with that.
I've
airplane.
owned quite a few Texans before. I've probably had over 4 or 5 of them. And dude, let me tell you, that is the airplane that I cannot land to save my life because the gear is so low to the ground and it's bouncy. I don't know why. Maybe this one will be different, but I cannot score a good landing with it. There's a guy at my field that has one, a quarter scale one, and he has the same issues. Every single Texan I've seen has had the issues.
Because of how
This
far
one-
cantered that gear is.
Wow.
So the flex of the wing or the gear mount area is what causes the bounce mostly, but it's pretty
Yeah.
awesome. Hopefully,
it's got-
hopefully they updated that.
They did.
That's what that plane needed. So
You see where it said it's more powerful? They put it's a 3S and 4S compatible, got a 70 amp ESC, unlimited vertical. I mean, this is a cool bird. I don't know why they don't make Carbon Z ones, like, you know. Got a little flap downs there. Flaps, it looks good. How many inches is 1.5 meters anyway? I can't remember off the top. But you can see a little roll action right there. Nice little hatch. Oh, 22 to a 4,000 4S in there. Okay. Abundant scale and detail. Looks pretty good. You know? Just something a little bit different there. And we're going to skip around and look at some of this airplane. I do like the colors, though. The yellow and red looks pretty good. Let's see here. What are they saying? It said this was modeled after the SNJ5, that 101, that's still being flown by High Sky Wing, a unit commemorative Air Force in Midland, Texas. So there you have it. I thought I've seen this bird before, and I've seen it online. Pretty cool. I do like how they do tributes to actual real airplanes, you know?
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
Yeah. Looks good. That's a cool shot right there.
That is a cool shot.
And it comes with the AR 631 AS3X Plus. This one's easier to fly because you have a gyro already in it. All right, let's watch this land. I want to see if they bounce it. Nope.
Flying.
Good lands. Good landing.
That was safe.
That was definitely safe.
That was safe. You
That
could
was a good
tell.
landing, though. That was very, very slow, too. So it looks good, man. But, is this something that I'll probably end up getting? I don't know, man. It doesn't do much for me, That airplane doesn't do much for me. What do you guys think? Send in the comments. I'm over here jumping in there. Keith Dunn comes in with the super sticker, man. Certainly appreciate you, man. You always come through, and it is much appreciated. It is people like you that do the super stickers that make it, ways for me to get airplanes like this. Believe it or not, I have to save up to get stuff like this. Let's see here. So let me jump in there. Oh, what's going on, Hamilton's Hanger? He's up in here. I hadn't seen you in a while, buddy. Hope everything's going pretty good with the family.
Bobby, Louis said that Zero asked a turbine question. I missed that. I don't know if you can look back and see what that was.
Let's see here. Yeah, we'll go back up to there and see what Louis asked. Let's see here. And guys, if I miss a question,
Zero, ask it again. That way we don't have to search for it again.
Yeah, because I'm having to scroll all the way up.
But I didn't see it. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I'm looking too. I didn't see it either.
What are you saying?
There's a question asked, but I can't.
Zykoi 130.
Oh, there it is. Boom.
Oh, yeah, I saw that earlier.
Yeah, question: if anyone knows, will a Zykoi 132 Pro fit in Aerofoam models L39? I don't know. I don't use Zykoi.
So that's the new motor, right? That's the motor.
That's a big motor for L39. That thing's rated for an 80.
I would say don't necessarily go more than the 102, but here's what you're going to probably find is you're going to have gobs of power. Now, fuel consumption is something in question if you're going to end up running a higher, Newton motor.
With that small tank. It's going to be small for that engine.
Yeah.
The other thing is how large is the nozzle? I haven't seen any of that Zykoi motor, so I don't have an answer for you directly on that. But just you can detune it. Yeah. So I mean, from what I understand, Zykoi motors you can actually make it to where they're. So like if you had a 100, you can make it an 80 or anything like that. But I mean, I guess the biggest question is if you've got the nozzle, you know what I mean? The nozzle in the tube area. So.
Oh yeah. Also too, can that pipe handle the heat from something like that too?
I mean, it can, as long as you don't have flame. For the most part, if you don't have, it just depends on how much cooling air you got going past the motor.
Right.
If you have it cinched off and you got a ton of heat coming out of there, you're going to be problematic.
Right.
But if you've got a good bell housing and you got enough clearance and all that stuff's going through, I don't think it'll be a problem. Again, if it'll fit in the airplane, you got CG working right, and you don't have flame going out the back. You have actual heat. You'd probably be able to do it, but.
He says the Zykoi 132 Pro is small, and you can detune it to the point where it should be and use it in another jet. Yeah, that's cool.
See, now even detuning it or whatnot, I don't know if that's really going to be an issue. What the issue is how big the nozzle is respective to the bell housing and the actual thrust tube. So just make sure that, it isn't like trying to squeeze a square peg into a round hole type of thing.
Right.
But
for sure,
I would say you're probably going to be fine. One of my buddies, Eddie, ended up putting an older 85 K85 or something like that in his L39, and it was
here's a visual aid for you.
It was squished into the base so large that it fit and it worked, but it didn't look right, and it didn't seem to work right. It seemed like he was flying tail heavy more than anything. So.
And that's what it looks like. Let's see here. That thing puts out 27.7 pounds of thrust at max. That's a whole bunch of thrust.
How about, since we don't know and we haven't heard of anybody do it, how about you do it and let us know?
Yeah.
So
that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? If that's what you're planning on putting in there, let's rock it.
You're actually a man to take a big risk.
If that's what he was planning on putting in it in the first place.
I was getting ready to say he's already talking about doing it, But
you're probably going to be past plaid level speed, but
and look, what's the worst that could happen, right? The thing, goes in, right?
Well, and again, you don't need to be at full throttle the whole time. So
XP
You know,
said, Zykoy, put an OS 91 Dynamax fan in that thing and send it.
Yeah, that's
Man,
great.
that's funny. Yeah, Louis Motorsports said that L39 is about to be supercharged. Look, I was flying mine with the 80 in it, and the 80 is what is way tons of power. Will flies his with the 70, and the 70 even has more power in there.
It's like perfect balance.
Yeah, the 80s are one of the greatest options on there. I've seen people with 102s in there, and they're gobs of crazy for flying.
Jeez, I bet you could fly it with a 60, and it would be perfectly fine. You know.
So I mean, him putting it at the 130-ish newtons is
ballistic.
Be off the chain. So
ballistic, yeah. So
I mean, that same airframe flies on a 105 chain sun fan. I mean,
oh yeah.
We know that's not putting out much power.
Let's see.
It's gonna be neat. Film it.
Yeah, definitely. It's important to film when you got airplanes like that. It's very important to film those things, you know, so we can see
experimental testing.
Yeah,
Hamilton over here starting stuff. Talking about I'm over here sleeping. Hamilton, my camera is.
He does look sleepy, doesn't he? He always looks sleepy.
My camera is up here, and Bobby them is down there. So when I'm looking at them, my eyes look like they're closed.
Or you just always look sleepy.
Camera, I look like I'm looking at.
He just looks
now.
always sleepy. Gonna call him. Gonna call him sleepy.
Just gotta explain how my setup works here. You know, I don't need to dump into putting all these other different cameras and stuff.
That's funny.
You're
man.
You get grilled every single week.
He does.
Always, Hamilton likes to pick with me. He likes
relentless.
The next ad for your show is, "Hey everybody, come and throw things at Will."
Hey guys,
I'm playing Madden. Hey, I wouldn't mind getting that Madden 26, man. That is a nice game, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. So we have another new airplane that we got to talk. Man, today is a great day for for airplanes being dropped in and everything like that. So this one is the Freewing A10 Thunderbolt V3 twin, and this one is a little. It's neat. So let's take a look at it. And you guys, so look at this. A 64 millimeter with slime lights.
Oh wow.
Green. Okay, that's cool. But what else? That looks pretty cool. You put lights in it. Okay, we got the slime lights right there. Like, okay, that looks pretty decent. And it has lights on there, but what else? What else is different?
Better have it for that price.
Did you see that? You took it out of my mouth, Jeremy. Total price $489 for this one. Man, everything's so dang expensive. Screws. Yes, stuff? I love these right here. I love that you put the wings on and push two buttons and go about your business. I love that. Realistic scale armament. They had that already before. They've got the slime lights and lights on the side. They got the easy. Oh, that's cool. Look at this. This is different.
I was talking about the whole time.
Man, this is it. An easy install motor pod. That's a great idea. That is very simple and easy. Okay.
Running wires.
So you plug that in, and then you put your two screws here and two screws there, and bolt that sucker down. Scale retracts. Oh, they upgraded the retracts on it.
That is nice.
And it's highly detailed.
Yeah, that is detailed.
My question is this: does it come with the stickers? Yes or no? That's what I'm wondering.
You got to put them on.
They all the other ones did.
I hate those water slide stickers.
I hope they're not water slide. That water slide.
Dude, it comes with it's got 22 kV, 12 blades, 64 millimeters, incredible thrust, performance, and sound. You know, I'll say this: this is a good upgrade for somebody that doesn't want to get the 80 millimeter, that doesn't want to spend the extra money, a couple $100 on an 80 millimeter. That thing's like what, 7 something. And so for under $500, you can get this one, which I still feel is kind of pricey, but it looks good though for a 60 millimeter.
No, I don't understand. They have the new 64 millimeter in runner EDS. Why did they go with putting the outrunners on this?
Does it have? Oh, you know what? I didn't even see if it had outrunners. Let me look.
Yeah, it's Outrunner.
Yeah. Why would you not put in runners?
Why would you not use
Probably-
the end runners from the Tomcat?
It's
Jeremy, what do
probably
you think
weight.
about that?
I think it's weight. So
Yeah.
Weight.
yeah, I think it's weight.
End runners
So-
are heavier. They have more winding. I mean, outrunners are heavier. They have more winding.
Outrunners are lighter.
That's very interesting.
So
So say
So
that
I,
again, Jeremy.
so I would be curious to see what the old version versus the new version weight is. But
Say what now?
I would think that it's a weight thing. So when I had the original one back when with the Osan Airbase tail on there,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It was 4-cell, but it was heavy, and so that's what the dilemma was with that airplane. Is you'd come in for landings and it would just get all bouncy on there because it was just so heavy. So
Man.
I wonder if that's what they were trying to do, is save a little bit of weight, because they added other things. Like, so now they got shocks on there, they've got the lights on there, so they're adding weight to it. Now the only thing that would be a different is did they change the foam? Because a lot of their new airplanes have a different foam in them. So
Right.
maybe they made it lighter at that. So
Well,
maybe,
let's take a look at it flying and see what we think about it. Because, like I said, 64 millimeter, I think it's a good idea. Somebody like me that already has an 80, Will has an 80, I can't justify buying a V2. So this would be a good addition. But man, that price is pretty stout. And somebody in the comments, Need for Speed RC said it, man. He says all prices are going up. A 450 is like the new 350 now. I'm like, I hate to say it, but it feels that way.
Yep.
Let's take a. I mean, you're not wrong, but let's take a look at the video and see if it shapes up. Let's see. It's probably going to fly like everything else, All right, here we go.
That man says it's probably gonna fly like that.
Yeah. They got some terrible music onto that I don't want to hear. You can kind of see that. Let's see here.
I like
All
that
right.
profile, man. It looks good.
I gotta say, it does look good. I do wonder why. Oh, okay, got a nice light back there. The slime lights are cool, dude. I will say.
I don't know. I might pull the trigger on that.
489 versus 779 for the 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might pull the trigger on that. Little tossing, bro.
It flew great. I mean, I have a video from way, way, way back where I have a carbon rod in the nose
Yeah.
and a GoPro on the front of it. So the airplane's flying around.
I had the E-Flight version.
back on there.
I had the E-Flight version, and I really liked it. I didn't get this one. They came out with that V2, the camo version, and I really wanted a camo. But maybe if they come out with the camo version of this one, that would be one that, in my opinion, I would review that. I would be cool with that. I like it. It looks good. The lights and everything.
It's a 60. It's a twin 64 that's all lighted up.
Yep. And I think, like I said, it's a twin 64, but it has all the scale details of the larger one, which makes it, in my opinion, a very nice, viable airplane.
Yep.
And I'm wondering what size battery you put in there, like a 5,000, probably.
You've got to for 64s.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you stick a 5,000 in there. I mean, it looks like a good flyer, but the slow-mo shots are killing me. And showing the
Yeah,
detail.
really-
I never liked this thing right. This little part right here, I know it looks real, but dude, when I put that in my car or in my truck, I always bang it on something. I wish they would make this out of plastic instead of foam, because it
Yeah.
breaks.
Well, currently they don't have those on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they removed it. It's called the
So you're talking on the full scale.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even, what was that? What was it like what kind of pod was that?
It was called the Pave Penny Pod.
Okay. What did it do?
That system is no longer anymore. It's all done by the Sniper Pod and all that stuff.
Oh, see,
So
Jeremy,
yeah, it's irrelevant. That's why you don't see it on my big $18,000 A10.
see, this is why Jeremy is so valuable, guys. He knows things. He knows things.
Well, I worked on it in Korea, the real one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You know things. Zero said, someone needs to make a SU-30, man. Canards and everything. If they make it, it needs to be twin 80, and it has to have a ton of power. You know?
He's talking about the SU-30 SM.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, SU-30 SM has the canards.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Let's
it's got
see.
the canards on the front and all with the full fine stabs in the back. Yeah, it's
Mel Narcy said $500 for the A10 or an upgraded X-Fly 70mm F-35 6S lights, retracts, and half the price. I think I would have to go with the F-35. Or you just go for broke and get both of them, man. Get both.
Or you just go for broke and buy yourself a turbine F-22.
I mean, yeah, you know, that's funny. It's only money. You can always make more. Let's see here. Let's see here. He says, yeah, the F-35 definitely needs a 70 is what Louis Motorsport said. We'll find out, man. I've been trying to get out there to the field to fly it. So I want to see how it does with the 64. I did a quick video too. I don't know if I released it or not, but I tried it in my grass in the front of my house. It's pretty thick because I haven't cut it yet. Because everything's going dormant, of course, because the fall's setting in, and it went through my grass no problem. But our field's grass is much thinner. It's like very, very thin. So I think we'll have success. But we're going to give it a shot and see, and we'll report back. Let's take a look here. Lionel Randall says, Bobby, would you prefer the 64 A10 or your Airbus? Ooh,
64 A10.
I'll tell you.
The 64 A10.
I don't know, man. And I'll say I don't know because I haven't flown the Airbus yet.
Yeah, the money that I'm flying makes the 64 A10.
I have to say, and just to be honest with you, man, I don't know, but I will say this. What I just saw on that 64mm A10, all the detail and all the scale and everything is way better than what's on this one right here. And if you think I'm joking, I'll show you what I'm talking about because I wanted to talk about some of the things that I noticed with this A10, and some other channels aren't even talking about this kind of stuff. And so, yeah, we'll talk about that. So let me get this out the way, and let me pull this up real quick.
Bobby, we got to talk about how things always go right when the camera's running.
Oh, dude, we definitely got to talk about that because that never happens.
Always go right when the camera's running, guys. But when the camera's not running, y'all.
Dude, yeah, it's like almost like Murphy's Law. It's just crazy. But take a look at this. I'm gonna bring this here. So you saw the lights and details on the A10. So this right here, look at you see that little. Oh, you can't even see it. Bring this thing down. You see that little red LED? It's tiny, man. It looks like the top of a pin, but it's just a little red beacon. It looks cheap, you know. One thing that I noticed on this one too, and this is $619, guys. I'm gonna try to bring it into the camera here. One thing I noticed right off the back that I did not like. You see that line right there, where they put it together?
Yeah.
Man, it just doesn't look good. I wouldn't expect to see something like that on an airplane of this caliber, man. It's very prominent, you know, of the price.
Another thing about it too.
I was surprised.
It doesn't have any scale detail inside that viewing area there.
Oh no, these are stickers. This is molded.
Yeah, stickers. But if you look at the Learjet that Banana Hobby dropped out, you can see the details inside. Yeah. You look in there.
But I'm not bashing the airplane fully because it has lights right here. It's got a light right here, and it's got a plastic nose on the tip right here, so that's protected. That's very good. Yeah, the 64 fan unit, it actually it has like it plugs in like it has like 3 prongs and you slide it in. I don't know exactly how you would call it. The gears seem to be okay. They look pretty good, you know.
They do pretty good.
Functional. Yeah, they're beefy for sure.
Well, I've already flown this airplane.
Yeah, see, so you understand. And you see right here, so you can see like the wheels are actually pretty good. Retracts look pretty good. Everything looks pretty good on it so far. So
now we just gotta fly it.
Yep, just gotta fly it, man. One thing I did notice though, on the clevises on the ailerons, like they're loose. Some of them are loose, like they don't have enough glue on it. So I'm gonna go through and make sure they are all good and squared away. But for the size, it's a good size airplane, man.
We need to put some forward slats on that thing too, man.
It's a very good size airplane. Another thing too is like it's spacious as fuck inside.
Mm-hmm.
Look, take a look at the inside bay, man. Very, very spacious. So you can go all the way. This is a 4,000, but you could easily put a 7,000 in there.
And you're going to want to.
I can believe it.
So what I found when I flew it is with Book CG, the tail kind of seems like it sags down more, and then also when you take off, the airplane just instantly gets into a wheelie.
I've seen that on some channels that were talking about that they said that's something.
So if you put it on Book CG, it still flies great. It gets into wheelie way early, like you barely give throttle to it.
So you can see the lights right there. Got the lights on each side. That little red blinker light I was telling you about, you can kind of see it's blinking. One cool thing I do like, it's got a light there. It's got a light.
That's a true statement there, Brent. Yeah, absolutely.
And then
you got to think the price on this, like he's saying, that comes ready to go with a receiver.
Yeah.
So right there, they're already positive 100, 100 whatever dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's actually, like I said, it's for what it is. I want to fly it and see. I know it's going to be pretty good, but
it flew really good.
Yeah, I imagine so. And all the reviews have been pretty good coming back. So, I mean, it's a 320. I mean, how bad could it fly? You know what I mean? Like I can't foresee it being a bad flyer, but really enjoying this kind of airplane. It looks good. It looks great. But just want to get it up, see how it does, and do a good review on it. So let's see here. I'm gonna jump into there and see. The Airbus goes together quick too compared to the AL39. Yeah, it does. Wing snap in. Has these interesting little like screws that go down and you twist it. I don't have any laying around. Oh, yeah, I did. These right here, these little guys. So this is what you secure the fuse, and the fuse comes in two pieces. And there's also what you secure.
Not scared of wheelies.
Wing tip. You see that?
Funny.
So you got to do that. Let's see here.
What now?
Oh, Brent. He said, "What's wrong with?" He says, "What's wrong with that? Scared of wheelies?"
Scared of wheelies? Yeah, no, wheelies are fun, man. But yeah, everybody said that this airplane does, and it's because of the CG. It's like it's weird. So we'll see. Let's take a look. Yeah, we'll take a good look at it, and let's see. Oh yeah, Charles McDaniel says, for your information, Hobby King no longer sells the Super. Yeah, China Hobby Line picked that one up. Just so you know. Yeah, we found that out like last week. Actually, we knew about that way before the deal actually happened. So yeah, so you can get it from China Hobby Line. I guess they're now going to start selling airplanes. So
that's going to be interesting, right?
That is going to be interesting because who are you going to go to for parts? You know,
I could only imagine starting a company from the beginning.
Oh, I know. In this day and age, they're going to get flamed soon as like two people don't get parts. They're going to run to the internet and they're going to start smoking them. And that seems to be what normally happens. So, but yeah, definitely pretty cool. Let's see. Louis Munchford, he says, on my grass field, I love wheelies because I know the nose gear won't be obliterated by a pothole. For sure. Pulley, what's going on, man? Pulley said the CG is definitely weird. It takes off by itself. Yeah. Did you experience that same thing, Jeremy?
The airplane? Yeah, it takes off by itself. It's interesting. So the only thing I can really compare it to is the Freewing ME262, right?
Right.
It's just got gobs of power that is such an odd thrust angle down below.
And
every time you give throttle, it just kind of lifts up.
It does.
And so like with that 262, I crammed it once to just see how fast I could get off the ground.
Yeah.
And I got that dang thing in the air and it's climbing and falling because I didn't have enough air to go across the surfaces for any kind of control. But I was flying because of the motors.
Really?
And it made it very uncomfortable, but saved the airplane. But I mean, it's got a lot of power. It's got a low thrust angle. so it wants to push the nose up. So it's funny.
All good things, it sounds like to me.
Brent is the Wheelie King. That's
That's funny.
sure.
It sounds like all good things.
And he's the AFCG guy.
Man, the AFCG guy. Wow, that's I don't know if that's.
He likes to fly everything so back. It's amazing how he does it. That's
amazing. Man, I don't know what happened to Will. Where did Will go? Let's see. Oh, what's going on, Wiggle Fingers? Good to have you in here, buddy. Craig Bevan, good to have you in here. Plain Days in the mix. Zero. Dude, we got a whole bunch of people in here, man. This is nice. We're rolling with 40 people in the room right now. And, hey, welcome back there, Will. I don't know what happened to you, buddy.
My dog was making a bunch of noise.
I see. I appreciate it. I've got 3 of those things, man. They make a whole bunch of noise.
Yeah.
But, so... Let's go to the next topic, my friends. Let's see here. If I can get my stuff together over here. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Yes. Let's talk about something that's a little
He got kicked for inactivity.
He's gone.
Oh,
all right. Let's talk about this. Rude customers and rude customer service, man. Will, what's your thoughts on that, man?
Rude customers and rude customer service?
Yeah, because I'm going to ask, because if I may, Jeremy, you're with Banana Hobby. I want your professional opinion on that. And then I want your opinion about, rude customers, right? Or rude customer service. So let's say you buy a product. It's not what you think it is. It comes to you. It's not good, or it has problems. Let's just say it has problems and you want it fixed. He said, "Oh Lord, not the Karens."
Will, all Kens, by the way.
Yeah, a whole bunch of Kens. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go about getting it fixed. I mean, it's hard for me to be a rude customer.
I don't know.
Well, so let me ask you this: so, if you get an airplane and you find there's something wrong with it, do you feel like? Is it easier to be calm and collective and say, "Hey, I have this problem. Can you help me through it?" Or do you find it more resourceful to send a nasty letter and try to force your way and muscle people around, businesses around?
No, I mean, I feel like my approach should first be to, go in with the friendly approach, let them know what I found. This is what's going on with it.
Yeah.
And, start there and see what we can come to, as a resolution for it. Good case in point is when I got my first Viper jet, the fuselage was cracked right in the box, and I took it out of the box with a cracked fuselage.
Yeah.
So I contacted Motion with pictures, I contacted Motion. I sent them an email. They wanted pictures and videos and stuff, so I gave them what they asked for, and then they got back with me with a resolution saying they were going to send me out a fuse, but then they had to backtrack on that. I felt some kind of way about the fact they had to backtrack on that, but then they offered me a store credit, which was just about as much as a fuse cost, if I could fix the current fuselage. So I did know a guy that he does woodwork and stuff like that. So he got with me and helped me fix it and stuff like that. So so I mean, we ended up resolving the problem. The only thing that I probably, if I could say anything nasty to, I probably would get nasty with Horizon, because they never got back to me about that ESC that burnt up. All this time, I haven't heard anything back, no emails, nothing. They just ghosted me. So, like I say, those guys, if I do ever get in touch with them about that, I probably will be a little bit of a Ken.
You're going to be a Ken.
All right. Will be a little bit of a Ken. But
so, and Jeremy, I know that you can't speak on every situation and things like that, but from your point of view, from the business point of view, what is most beneficial when people have a problem and they're trying to bring it to your attention? What what would be the ideal situation? Like when somebody says, "Hey, I got an airplane, it's got problems," and they send you the email, what would you expect, or how would you want them to handle it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
First things first, calm and collective.
Okay.
You know, being sweet wins the battle, right? I mean, you're going to get more ants, I guess, or whatever, or more bees or whatever, you know, the saying is about, you know, you're going to catch more bugs with sugar than salt or something like that, right?
Right.
So obviously calm and collective, right? I mean, there, as a customer, you have to understand that we do our due diligence the best we can. Now, just because something is good when it leaves us, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to consistently stay that way.
Right.
That's just life. That's electronics. That's shipping. That's all kinds of things. You know, there's just too many factors that are out of the hands of manufacturers and, well, first of all, suppliers or, you know, vendors, right? So when you contact a vendor, i.e. Horizon or Motion or us or Hobby King or any of these places, we'll just say anything, right? You know, you're not going to get anywhere if you end up being angry. I mean, realistically, you know, we're going to do what we can to help you out. But man, if you're a jerk, you're not going to end up winning the battle. Essentially, you're just going to be told, you know, forget you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta agree with you.
It's just kind of crazy. There's all kinds of people out there. We'll talk some descriptions, you know, here in a little bit or whatnot. But
yeah,
I gotta agree with Jeremy on that because in my profession, I have to deal with customer service as well. And you got some people that they'll approach you with a situation. The car might come back, and they'll approach you with the situation in a you know nice way, and we sit back and we figure out what's going on, you know, and get things figured out, fix the problem, send them on their way, and they're happy. But then you got some people that come in there and they're huffy and puffy, and they're thinking they're just going to bulldog their way through. I mean, if I end up being called up to the front, you ain't going to bulldog your way through.
Right.
It's not going to work. I'm going to bite back. So, you know, until it gets to a manager's height, and then that's when, you know, I'll let him deal with it. But other than that, you know, I don't let anybody tell me, oh, you did this and you did that. This wasn't this and this wasn't that. And I'm going to be like, no, I did this. I did that. This is what we told you about. And you didn't want to do it.
Right.
So it's like, that's how I'll bite back and tell them on that way. I don't get out of pocket and be like, you know, and yell at them or anything like that. For the most part, I mean, I probably shouldn't say this on the internet. I will gaslight you if you allow me to. But
I love the honesty.
If you allow me to, I'm gonna do it. But you know,
yeah,
because I feel like you deserve it. At this point, you deserve it. You shouldn't approach me that. You know, if you approached me with a better attitude, we could have figured out your problem and get you on the way.
Yeah, Redline is fine. Says keyboard warriors and Karens get banned for life in our store. That's an option.
There you go. I mean, and that happens. We've banned people, you know, and it's not that we don't want to ban anybody, but man, there is such thing as bad. I mean, there's bad companies, right?
Right.
But I don't think it's necessarily the bad company. I think it's, you know, there's other factors involved, but there are absolutely bad customers. Absolutely. You know, and it's hard to say that because everybody scrutinizes you and go, "What, me? You know, what? No."
Yeah,
it's tough.
Let me ask you this, Jeremy. Like, and you probably can't go into detail, and that's fine. But do people send you guys like really nasty letters? I mean, like rude, being absolutely rude, you know, or emails, I guess, like trying to get you guys' attention or something like that?
Yeah.
Really? And like, what is it? What are they asking for? Like new airplanes or refunds or parts? I mean, what's the catalyst Jeremy's like, I could go on for weeks with this.
No, I'm trying to think of how to say this without.
Because this is important because this can help some people who are watching.
I don't want to single anybody out.
Hold on, I can't hear y'all both talking over each other. Go ahead.
I was just saying that's probably going to kind of cross the line with what he can say on that.
That's why I very carefully said for him.
I know, like certain questions like that, we can't really talk about that kind of stuff because it's the company. You know what I mean?
Try to do the best you can.
So here's the thing, though. I mean, if you've got somebody that's absolutely super critical about every little thing, and it seems like,
how do you handle them?
You've got people that demand things. I expect my return back. I expect my money. I'm boxing this up and I'm mailing it back to you. I expect a paid shipping from you to ship this garbage back. Things like that. But here's the thing, said people that seem to do this are doing it consistently.
More than once?
And so you got people that are habitual complainers.
Oh, it's not Amazon where you can just return it and you're gonna do it like 1,000 times. Like you just show up and scan the thing. Yeah.
So I mean, essentially what we'll do at that point, is we're gonna weigh in whether or not you're a habitual complainer or if it's really a problem with airplanes or if it's what's going on. We weigh the situation before we end up booting you, right? But essentially, if you've got somebody that keeps buying planes and keeps complaining about them, they have obviously not learned their lesson that obviously this is either not the hobby for them, 2, they're not a hobbyist, to keep on keeping on and moving on, or 2,
right,
or 3, or whatever number we're on, you didn't read the warranty coverage. 4, you didn't provide us any information of what's actually going on or proof.
Yeah.
There's just so many things. But essentially we in the latest and greatest, we have several random people that are eventually no longer going to be able to purchase planes.
What? Well,
yeah.
Oh, no. I was going to say, I was like, I completely understand it because at some point, if you realize the person that you're dealing with, you can't make happy, or they're just over the top and they're going ballistic or whatever like that. I mean, the only course of action I could think of is, separate business with them and never do it again, because especially if they're habitual with that, right? Because
it seems like the latest and greatest. It's almost like this person is getting stuff to review and then returning it, making.
Oh, wow. Hey, it's not me. It's probably Will.
Anyway, we're going to be parting ways with some people.
Yeah,
but for the sake of not saying names and not going into exact details,
don't do that.
These are pretty close to details. They're not exact, but essentially, some customers are just absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just wondered because I've heard horror stories before, and I have friends who are in the hobby and things like that have had bad experiences with businesses, and they've had to get nasty with it. And I've just never heard what it feels like on the business side to get that and then try to navigate that and try to work through that problem and still make them happy, and and still try to, even though they're being disrespectful or rude or whatever, still trying to care about the customer. It's a very hard dilemma.
Well, and to be completely honest, right? So know what you're buying. Do a little bit of research. For instance, if you go and you buy, like we have this really old LX Corsair, a Blitz RC Corsair, right? It has wings that fold down on this.
I've seen that one. That's a long time ago.
I mean, that is really like a 15-year-old designed airplane. Yes, it may be a fairly newer produced airplane, but these manufacturers, they don't really go and update things, So you're still getting a 15-year-old design. Know that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do a little bit of history.
I mean, you know,
I think your mic died on you there, Jeremy.
I mean, my J20 went in on me. I think I need to get a refund, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's you look at Jeremy's face. I'll go ahead and voice over.
I need a full refund.
He said,
from you.
"No, you're not getting a full refund for that, sir." He's like, "That money is spent." But I will say,
let me demand my
Josh
refund.
Bunn did say it though. He says you're going to give them a better opportunity to find a better hobby supplier. Absolutely, for sure. I mean, it's just interesting. I never really have heard from the business side of it. You know, as a consumer, I've always heard, you know, that side, and I've been on that side. I've been the guy that had an airplane flew at once and the elevator servo gave out, and I almost had to get like pretty, you know, starchy. Word of the day, starchy. I had to get a little bit starchy with these guys and be like, "Hey man, look, I need something done before somebody actually did anything." So there's times, and there's a time and place where you have to get firm at some of these businesses like that. And there's a time and place for, you know, speak softly, but carry a big stick kind of deal going on. So
No, can you hear me? I want to make sure.
I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So just so you guys know, we have no intention of denying any kind of claims.
Starchy.
It's not the plan. Okay. Remember facts, right? Short, sweet, simple, straight to the point. We want video. We want proof of what's going on. You know, there's a lot of people that when they call us, they don't have anything. They're just like, "Hey, my airplane crashed."
Well, my airplane crashed and I don't have proof.
What?
The camera wasn't.
I don't know.
I actually I have proof. I was there. I watched it. I watched Will throttle up in 18, 20 mile an hour wind. Gus got under his airplane, flipped it over, and said, "Bam, get out of here." That literally happened. It was just like that.
It was like so quick too. It was no time for me to do anything.
Yeah.
Then that happens, right? And you know what the common complaint would be?
What?
Your gyro failed.
Or my ailerons reversed on their own, and I didn't do it.
Your rates that you said were too high.
Or
I'm sorry. Would say that.
I plugged this in, and my ESC exploded.
People say, "Yeah."
I plugged it in like this.
Bobby has seen some of the things like
I have actually
backwards, and
yeah,
I didn't plug it in backwards.
Yes. Yeah, I've done it to my
yes, you did.
You know, I've done it so many times. It's just like
man,
you know,
that sucker was. Woo.
we have guys that land planes super hard, right? And they're like, "I've had the most butter landings this whole thing," and I'm like, "Okay, well, show me the bottom of the airplane."
Yeah,
and the bottom of the airplane is like super wrinkled back behind the gear, and it's like, no.
And those are compression wrinkles from when you had a bad hard landing and you hit so hard that you crinkled up the foam. Like,
but my gear came out.
Yeah, yeah. Which this was a good topic, and I appreciate you sharing some of that insight there, because like I said, I don't know what it's like for you guys on the back end like that, but I would agree.
Yeah. So again, back to it real quick.
Yeah.
Comment. We try to follow the facts. Okay. It's a whole entire thing. You know, we need to know from start to end what happened, and we're going to discuss what happened. In that process of what happened, you got to provide the facts. Show us what happened.
Like pictures?
Damage. Pictures. The best thing is video. I mean, if you're telling me that you're flying across the air and all of a sudden your wings just fold back on your B1, show me, you know.
Wiggle finger seamed it up. Key theme: be cool, tell the story, have pictures if available. Bam, just like that, and keep your fingers crossed.
For the most part, like I said, if it comes to this, we don't know what's going on thing. What we'll do is we'll take that information that you provide to us, and we will give it to the actual manufacturer, AF model, X-Fly, whoever it ends up being, and it'll be at their hands. And they will either say, you know, I don't believe that, or we'll say they'll cover it, or they'll say, hey, we'll compensate you, Banana Hobby, send them parts out. You know what I mean? And
right.
So that's where we're at. But again, remember, as far as I've seen, every single vendor out there is coverage for 30 days or until the airplane has hit the air. Okay. So as soon as you take off in the air, that's it.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because majority of the people that fly RC cannot land. It's just what it is. It's pure facts.
You hear that, Will?
Yeah.
And so, that's it. So make sure all your stuff works. Make sure you do your hobby portion of it and make sure everything is set up right.
Yeah.
Go fly it, right? But
And
it's just what it is,
But it's still flying 18-mile-an-hour gusts.
oh yeah. That was not and I told you right before you took off that that airplane doesn't like the wind like that. But I will say this.
I was waiting for Jeremy to say something about it.
Because I just pulled the rug out from under your feet. I was like, dude, but I told you prior to flying, I was like, hey, Will, that airplane doesn't like the wind like that. It's windy. And Will's like, I'm going to do a full send. And, but I will tell you this.
I'm going to get it tuned to fly in this wind. And I said, that's what I was going to do. And
it didn't work. It didn't work. Yeah. It was a great thought, but
I'm curious.
Look,
here's a question for you, Will. What are you tuning for the wind?
I'm tuning my gyro.
The
So
gyro.
I put my gyro on my sliders, so I can individually adjust
AS3X, right?
Settings on the fly. I can set them. I set them to a certain range.
Different gyro in there.
Yeah, he put in AS3X.
I got
It
AS3X.
was like that airplane doesn't have an adjustable gyro. So what are you doing?
I'm just throwing Will under the bus.
I went
Sometimes you got to drive the bus, guys.
Yeah, at least.
Well, anyway, Will, I'm sorry
Yeah, my
to say,
CDL.
but you've modified the airplane so it's not covered.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wah, 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 wah. And that's all she wrote there, boys and girls. I will say this though. I do have a friend, and this is on the flip side. I do have a friend that bought a big turbine airplane, spent gobs of money, and he's having issues with it from the manufacturer, and the manufacturer is not trying to help him out. And so like he feels like at wit's end. I mean, he's at the point where he's like, I'll send it back to you. I just want a full replan. And this guy's already put the stuff in the airplane, spent the money, let's say about $6,500 worth of money. And one of the little clasps that latches onto the wing tube inside the airplane is broken, and it came that way. And so he's like in a battle with this company trying to get them to, fix it, help them do the right thing. And the company's like, hey, we'll help you, 110%. But he's like, I didn't sign up for this. I don't want you to help me. I want an airplane that I can fly that is supposed to be exactly what I paid for. This isn't it. It has all these problems, so on and so forth. So he's almost at wit's end, and he's at the point where he's going to do a stop payment on his credit card and let the credit card company and him bout it out. He feels at wit's end. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, but I definitely sympathize with what he's going through.
That was a very bad thing for the vendor.
For sure. It's tough.
But it will also make it to where this guy will never, ever, ever buy a plane from them ever again or parts.
And that is, and I believe that this person has already made peace with never buying another product from this company ever again. And so, I don't think he is losing sleep over that.
So we had a guy essentially put in a complaint that was kind of an irrelevant thing, something that should have been simple. This dude ended up essentially canceling his credit card payment 2 months before he put in this complaint. And
that's messed up.
And he got his money back. And we're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But anyway, essentially, we disputed it, and this guy's going to be getting his money taken back. So
you can only do so much for people, right? All right, we got one last topic left.
Credit card companies will look into it, though.
Oh, they do a full investigation into it for sure. That's money, and they have a whole team just waiting to deal with that. But we have one last product I want to talk about on this channel before we punch out of here, and I think it's pretty cool, and it's for an affordable price. I bring you the Skynetic head tracker for $199. Have you guys seen this yet? Let's say you want head tracking and everything like that. This is pretty cool, and I'm going to buy one. because I want to see what it's like. But it's super affordable. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. And here it is. It is on the FMS website. And this is it right here. So you can see it. It's the FPV head tracker installation. And, well, this is actually the installation. It comes with all this right here. So you can see their website's a little funky with this thing because it pops this up and I don't want to see that. But you can see $199 and you get all this right here. You get it looks like a cord. You get some sticky stuff right there. And you get a module, you get the head tracker and the head tracking antenna, and we'll just break it down right here. So this is what comes with it. It's a wireless 2.4 gigahertz independent transmission, easy to set up. It's compatible with most servos and gimbals. And basically, I'm trying to get to the point. The camera is not included right here, as you can see, but it comes with the VTX, the video transmitter mount. Comes with the cooling fan. Optional parts. Well, that's messed up. VTX is not included. You get the head tracker. You get the FPV servo gimbal. That's optional. Okay, so they're just making money over here. Let's scroll down. And so I can show you guys. I don't know if this is the view or not.
Hey, Bobby, that looks almost like that plane that crashed this recently.
It is. It is. Hey, there you go again. Tell people you crashed stuff. All right, look. So.
Hey, they ain't got no problem with that. It
All right.
happens to the best of us.
It does, but yours happened because you're getting too low. So
Yeah,
this is what it comes with, guys. Here we go. Now, this is what I was trying to get to. So you get the receiver, 5-volt power cable. It comes with that. You get the receiver for the video. You get the head tracking module. That's that little black guy right there, little box. And then you get the transmitter mount, so where you can strap it onto your airplane. And then you get the transmitter. So really all you need is your goggles. And that's pretty much it. So
FPV camera.
And your FPV camera. I actually have one already. My DJI one that I have, but the only thing is I don't have head tracking from left to right. So, but for $100, you get all this right here. Pretty good if you already have that stuff. If you want to get the mounting and cooling fan, you're gonna have to pay an extra $4 for that. And then if you want let's see here, the tracker receiver itself is only $40. It's actually pretty inexpensive for what it is. But it does.
For the BAE Hawk, they make a special canopy for it.
And for the turbo as well too. Yep. But this one you can get up to 1 kilometer ground operational range and 2 kilometer of airborne range. So when you're up in the air, you can get about 2 kilometers. Make it an ideal solution for mid to close range FPV scenario. So it's a good way to get into the airplane and fly around if that's what you want to do and feel like you're in there. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I do. And let's take a look at it real quick. Before I start, this is Captain X Drone. He does some really good reviews and everything like that on drones. And he's been getting into some of the FPV situations, setups and things. So, but I don't own this video, but this is his. You can get him at let's see, Captain Drone, and you can check out his setup. So we're going to skip through it.
Back here, it's a Spektrum radio. If you're in the RC hobby for flying stuff, you will know that Spektrum radios are pretty useless when it comes to long distance, long range. They're designed to keep things within eyesight. So I don't
know about that. That's true, but he might be right. All right, so that's the canopy right there.
Down here, it goes down to my receiver, which provides.
And this is the airplane that it actually.
And when I say unit, I mean the FMS head tracking unit. Now, for the actual sending out the digital signal from the camera all the way back to these antennas back here, that requires a lot more power, much more power than you're using for the head track.
All right, let's talk more flying.
Should provide some cool air to my little plane here.
So he has an Insta360
and go up.
Doing this video right here, and this is not what he's
flaps off.
Looking through. So.
Flaps raised.
Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
All right.
And there we go.
All right. So he's up.
Taking off without the goggles.
Yeah, I know. And no. AMA says that he needs to have a spotter, just so you know.
I mean, I would have took off without the goggles too.
Oh yeah, I do it without the goggles. And then get situated like he did, and then start flying. But take a look here.
So the record's been on the whole time.
So you can see this is what it looks like as he's flying through there. So you can kind of see it's getting a little bit of vibration there. A little jello effect is what they call that.
almost 40 degrees Celsius out here.
And you can see
Foggy haze.
it's pretty cool. It turns his head. It looks like he's in it right there. That's kind of neat, right?
Look over to the right. There's my other wing.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool thing. He says you can adjust the speed and range of head tuning using the Sync Pilot software, so you can actually get more range out of it if you like.
And then we have the parking lot.
And that's pretty cool.
Posts here.
So he's flying through the parking lot like he's sitting inside of it. That's kind of neat.
The trees.
I watched a video of a guy doing this on a drone. Actually, it's kind of cool seeing this. So, but that Captain Drone, his channel's really nice, guys. So again, check out Captain Drone if you like that. He's got a lot of good drone videos and things like that. I've kind of followed him for a couple of years.
I can look over at them. But the more important thing is if you're actually doing warbirds,
and you can dogfight in this thing.
Army training or military Air Force training.
That's what we need, Bob. We need to get a couple of those suckers in dogfight.
I know, man. I was thinking I've already got like the goggles for the FP. Okay, he's gonna try to land it.
Pull it up, pull it up.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm in the grass.
Nice.
Oh, and
All right.
Just did
A little tough, but
so there we go. Head tracking.
that's the setup right there. That's not terrible. That's pretty cool.
Way to go,
So,
Bobby!
hey-
You're buying one.
There you go. You're buying one right now. See?
Kyler says
Hey,
I'm
look.
muted or not.
Actually, I actually have a $5 off coupon code if you really want for FMS, I believe. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see if I can still find that for
You're
you.
seeing me FPV and all over the place.
All over the place. Here, give me a second, and I'll give you a. I think you can get 5% off of that thing if they still like
Did
me
you
over
see
there.
that guy that's doing FPV on a turbine?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, that's why I was like, that's what made me see this. It popped up in the algorithm. Was like, oh, you like that kind of stuff? Let me show you this.
I didn't know if that was legal or not.
I don't see how it is, to be honest with you. I don't know.
FPV.
I don't know how it could be, to be honest with you.
I thought I remembered seeing something about turbines not being able to do that.
Here you go. I got a I forgot I got a 5% off coupon code if you want to try it or whatever. It's right there. Boom. 5% off right there. You put in money sign 10 RCPR. Let me just double check. Yeah, coupon code. You get $10 off. I'm sorry, $10 off. $10
I
off.
like $10 off.
Yeah, it's not terrible. That's kind of cool. I thought that was kind of neat.
Oh yeah,
So I've already done that with. Let's
Yeah,
see. Through,
No, what'd you say?
I say I hate to run, buddy, but I gotta blow out. I gotta go get ready for my day tomorrow, man. It's
Oh man, dude, we've been going for an hour and 22 minutes. Yeah, it's time to check out this bad boy.
I got a lot I got to get done tomorrow. So.
Well, let me wrap this up then real quick. Hey guys, certainly appreciate you coming and hanging out. Let me jump to the comments real quick, just make sure. Let's see, Bobby, ever seen any of the FOV footage on my channel? Formation flying. I have not actually, but after the show, I'll look at it.
Brent did some awesome FPV stuff. When we were
Man, that
down.
looks cool. I have to take a look at that. He's like, this is the only head tracker you can have that you have to buy goggles and a camera and a VTX. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I did say Skynetic Sync Pilot. But yeah, that's a coupon code right there. You save $10 off if you want to use it. It's the money sign 10 RCPR. Save you $10. Hey, every little bit helps. But guys, look, I had no idea we've been running for an hour and 23 minutes, man. Just having a good time. And it is time to shut this bad boy down. So guys, look, great show. Had a good time with you guys. Definitely come check us out next Thursday. And, RC Pilot Will, certainly appreciate you being here. Good to have you on here, Jeremy. And thank you for the insight.
Next Thursday. Oh, no, I'll be there here next Thursday. I was going to say the weekend after that, I'll be in California. So,
all right. We'll be looking for that video of that Viper that you got sitting in the background there. And then maybe next week or the week before or week after, we'll talk more about that airplane. And yeah, guys, so stay tuned. Got some cool reviews coming out. We got the review of the E-Flight Habu getting ready to drop probably either today or tomorrow. So stay tuned. And other than that, man, I think we're done, boys and girls. I think we came, we saw, and we had a good show. But like I said, certainly appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I hope y'all get out this weekend and get some flying in, fall setting in. And as you always say, get in the sky as much as possible. You got anything, Jeremy?
Stay classy, San Diego.
Stay classy, San Diego. Oh, man, full house. All right. Will, you got anything?
No, that's Anchorman.
Is it? I thought that was from Full House. All right, Will looks sleepy, so we're gonna get on out of here, guys. Y'all take care of yourself. We're out of here. We'll see you next show. Here we go.